Go to amimaging.com or give them a call at 402-484-6677. Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard.
Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program. Hope is only a conversation away when you choose to share your talent, time, and heart with a child. Together, you can build a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future, 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
General Fire and Safety has been keeping Lincoln businesses and commercial structures safe for more than 50 years. From a simple fire extinguisher to full fire suppression systems, Lincoln has trusted General Fire and Safety to provide top-of-the-line products, installation, and maintenance. If you're starting a new business in a brand new building, call on General Fire and Safety to help you plan a fire safety system that fits the specific needs of your business, employees, and customers. Call General Fire and Safety today at 402-261-0116.
Perch Merch is your one-stop shop for all your printing and promotional needs in Lincoln, Nebraska. They specialize in screen printing, embroidery, vehicle wraps, window wraps, print collateral, promotional products, and signage. At Perch Merch, they are committed to delivering high-quality products and exceptional customer service. Their experienced team of designers and printing professionals will work with you every step of the way to ensure that your vision is realized. Call for a quote today at 402-217-5212 or go to perch-merch.com.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Infrastructure, a veteran-owned local company proudly serving Lincoln, Lancaster County, and the surrounding areas. Bauer provides quality work at an affordable price, and they're growing rapidly. If you want to experience a career with a fast-paced, family-friendly environment, visit BauerInfrastructure.com. They have top-of-the-line benefits, year-round work, even through the winter. Bauer, usher in the new era of infrastructure to an area near you. And as always, go Big Red!
The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeyman electricians from $32.50 to $42.50 per hour with paid benefits. And if you're looking for a new career, they're hiring apprentices at $19.50 per hour with paid benefits. Call the office at 402-423-4497 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
Tune in to 93.7 The Ticket as soon as the clock hits zero for the Jay Foreman postgame show. Listen to expert analysis from the Husker Hall of Famer, an 8-year NFL veteran, for 90 minutes after the game. The Jay Foreman postgame show, sponsored by Anderson Ford, Tanner's Bar and Grill, Tavern 180, Elway Power Sports of Lincoln, Vinnie Kreekak of State Farm Insurance, and Action Plumbing, Heating, AC, and Electrical on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. This is Old School, sponsored by the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese. Broadcasting veteran Derek Pearson.
When you find something that moves them, that makes them smile, celebrate it. That's your task. That's your superpower.
Nebraska Football Hall of Famer Jay Foreman.
Rifles a pass. It was tipped. It's picked off by Foreman. He's at the 15, 10, 5. He'll score!
On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Here we go. Happy Monday, everybody. Appreciate you hanging out with us. 402-464-5685 is the Sartor Heyman. I have to say it like that. The Sartor Heyman text line. If you want to be a part of what we're doing, hit us up. You can follow us on all the streams. Facebook, YouTube, X, and Allo channel 961. DP, Austin Oerman, no Jay Foreman today or tomorrow. But I think Austin and I can hold it down. Actually, tomorrow is only an hour of Old School for me. Mm-hmm. You've got now an extended day on Monday and on Tuesday. We premiere and debut Tuesdays, Teammates Tuesdays with Des Moines Adams and Ashton Honor. 5 to 6 each Tuesday. Just to go through and tell some of the stories about teammates, but we'll go into that in the course of the next 2 hours. But Austin, as we allow folks to settle in and buckle up, let them know about the Ricardo.
Gladly. 3 Lincoln locations now. 3, 84th and Havelock, 30th and Yankee Hill, as well as 85th and Andermatt down there, 84th and Highway 2. Also 1 location up in Omaha at 168th and Maple Streets. I was out that direction over the weekend, did not get to stop by. I was a little bummed. That's all right. Next time I'm up there, I certainly will. They got every type of meat. They got every type of cut and more. They got the accompaniments as well.
Yeah. Good wine, good pasta, good prepared side meals. And if you don't want to do the full 100% all in cooking yourself, they've got some stuff set up for you as well. First of all, Austin, your thought, this Nebraska hat, is this a thing or not a thing?
I can see it.
It's the full Nebraska in scripted out.
Yeah.
Are you a member of the club? What's your favorite Husker hat? I mean, I would think the traditional red with the white N, but
yeah, block N. I don't care if it's white on red or red on white necessarily. That's there.
Black on black?
Red on black.
Red on black?
Or white on black with red trim, maybe.
Okay. What about the Herbie hats?
Take them or leave them. They're for some people, not for me.
Yeah.
They're fine.
I actually saw cool Herbie on some overalls. And because he's wearing overalls.
Yeah.
And I thought, well, that makes sense. Why haven't I seen, and I don't know if I've just blocked them out.
I haven't seen them.
But I saw them Saturday in the Haymarket for some students who were watching games. And I was trying to wrap my brain around, why am I noticing it now rather than before?
Yeah.
And then I saw some hats, and I saw this Nebraska hat, and I went, okay, that's one that I don't see much of.
Yeah.
But there's that. Couple of things. In a full week of college football, pro football, where we're getting some more answers, and it's a very cool night. Again, another Monday night doubleheader. Did we make the right choice in which game to air?
I assume we always make the right choice.
Well, I mean, you can't go wrong. You can't get it wrong. It's just,
I'm happy with it.
Right? I mean, I thought Jake deserved having the Dolphins on the ticket.
Once.
Yeah, I mean,
if they let us down, never again.
Yeah, we haven't made a full history of it, but at least in the scheduling, I went, what to do, and not knowing, of course. And then I said to Nick, the Lions will be back on at some point.
Yeah,
they'll be on. I'm just not sure we're going to be interested in the Dolphins 4 weeks from now.
That part. Or 4 days from now, depending on how tonight goes.
I'm not. I was spending time, and it's a pretty quick turnaround for me because in watching the Huskers, and I think the station has done a pretty good job today of covering all the talking points for Saturday's win. I think we now have a better idea of who this Husker team are at 4-1. Again, if 8 weeks ago we said you're 4-1, are you happy?
Yes, please.
Are you happy? I would think that, that would work. Are you happy, Austin Oerman, about the way that they're 4-1?
Done some reckoning
right?
with myself over the weekend, and even a little bit during On the Block with Nick, and that the fan in you will always want the team to look better than they do or than they have. I think it's figuring out how best to balance how good Nebraska can look with how many toes they can still blow off sometimes. So trying to find that middle ground where you can step back, find the perspective of, hey, you take 4-1. Hey, there's a lot of stuff that looks better. Crap, there's still some lingering issues that look the same. Hope they don't come bite to back Nebraska too often. But generally speaking, I think, it's a you're at least smiling, if not beaming ear to ear.
Yeah, it's interesting. Pre-game Saturday, Jay and I had Chris Kolarvik on, and of course we went on. I think this week we officially welcome Chris Kolarvik to the family, to the Ticket family, to get him on a regular basis. I think a weekly basis, and then whatever ins and outs we can use him for football coverage, because he wants to do some NFL coverage as well as the Huskers. And he said before the game that as a former player, if he looked at the analytics in his mind, what would make him happy was a 17-point win. And he said that, 3 hours before kickoff, that 17 points, no matter how you get there, is enough statement that you corrected enough things. You did enough things well that even the things that you did poorly, you could kind of shrug your shoulders at. That wasn't a terrible team that they were playing. Wasn't a great team. Well, I mean, listen, you got to say what it is. It's still a Big Ten team.
Yeah.
And previous editions of the Huskers have coughed and dropped the egg in that one, right?
Yeah.
So, okay. We'll take that. But on that scale, if you looked at our text line all day, you would have thought if you didn't know the result of the game, I'm not sure that you would know the result of the game.
Right.
That it just seems a little weird. And you don't want to become too pessimistic, but you also don't want to be too dipped in the Kool-Aid that you can't see.
Yeah.
And I think you can be both sides of it fairly and say, I'm thrilled they're 4-1. There's some things that concern me. And there are fans that don't care about the things that concern. Like, I don't care if you stumbled and fell. Did you get up and win the game?
Yeah.
Are you a member of that fan club that the result is greater than the process? Or are you a process person and then the result is just the byproduct of a bunch of things you did?
I'm probably an overthinker in that I'm trying to get better at applying them selectively when I need to, which takes some effort. And I think I'm proud of myself for putting in the effort, because I used to be very process over results, frustrated by results. But if you keep doing the right things, more often than not, it's going to work out. But it is a results-based industry.
Yeah.
You got to win the game. It comes down to wins and losses sometimes. So that's why I think I'm in the camp of, hey, they are making progress. This is a good team, a good enough team. It's not a great team. There are very few great teams, even fewer elite teams. And I think resetting where I think Nebraska can be and or should be for now is helping me weigh out, hey, you know what? Dylan Raiola processes very well, right? He's making the right play the majority of the time, and the results are good. That's positive, right? The defense, the process doesn't always seem like it's there, right? They're still getting gashed on the ground, it feels like. But the result is they're allowing 85 rush yards per game and not a single rushing touchdown yet. That's not nothing.
Yeah, you're not failing.
You can't just look at stats. So depends on the situation.
Right? That if you said if the end game mission is a bowl game and you're 2 wins away, you're 2 wins away with 7 opportunities. You need to figure out how to go 2-5. And I don't think that 2-5 is it.
You would hope not.
Right?
Yeah.
That offseason mantra of chasing 3 is, to me, that's okay. 6 wins, I'm not going to be mad, but I'm still going to look at you with the side eye.
Yeah.
7 wins, I'm going to give you some credit in full. 8, and we can really kind of rejoice and celebrate that you fixed a lot of things that were bugging you before. But I don't want to speak for Husker Nation. I don't want to speak for Husker fans. So where do you stand on it? Is, again, chasing 3, and chasing 3 really was a first game mantra that we need to figure out. Like, you can block the season in 3s.
Yeah.
Right? First 3, second 3, third 3, fourth 3. And understand that each one was kind of a mini series. that first three, as scripted. As scripted, perfectly, you got from it. Second three, they did the plot twist. Then you figured out some things, but you're still wondering what the real. And then this third game in group 2 will dictate how we feel going forward into the third three.
Right. Oh, and by the way, we'll have an extra week to digest because there's a bye week.
Well, I mean, that was really the
separate. Get a full-on intermission,
right? That you just go, oh boy, like we get to sit on this thing, and it's great if you get Saturday right. You go into it winning the first 2 periods. You win the first 2 quarters, right?
Yeah,
and then you get to lock in that. Okay. You did what you were supposed to. It's not ideal, but it's much better than what you've won 5 games in 6 instead of 5 in 12.
Right. And I think I would feel the same way. Let's say Nebraska goes 3-4 or 2-5.
Yeah.
It would feel kind of Kansas City Royals-ish, right? Where you go off to a hot start. You haven't necessarily done that in the recent past. You're in the postseason. It feels like you're backing your way into the postseason, but what's the goal? To be playing well when you get to the postseason, or just get to the postseason for these teams? And, I can take arguments either way. I did that for half an hour going on the block today, trying to parse through my feelings on that very topic. Again, do I think 2-5 or 3-4 is likely for Nebraska? No, I think this should be better given what I've seen right now, but you can't completely write it off the table. So again, it's right now, if you tell me Nebraska wins 7 games, if you say at least 7 games, I'll sign up. If you say Nebraska wins 7 games, those are 2 very different statements. At least 7 and 7 are not the same thing.
Yeah, well, think about it this way. The first 3, you did what you got one that was a maybe. Okay, it's behind you. And you have to go 2-1 in this next 3. In order to feel good, you'll feel okay at 4-2.
Yeah,
it's a different bye week at 5-1.
Absolutely, because you hit 5 wins last year.
That you won
hit 5 last year.
That means you would have won 2 in a row, and a bye week to recover, to regroup, to regress, to redress, to rebrand, redirect, whatever you want to call it. And then look forward to the next 3. And focus one game at a time, go 1-0. But that next 3 then becomes a different conversation.
Yeah.
Because then you get to target, and you got to figure out that in our 1-0s, you could put together a thing that would be really cool.
Yeah.
And if you said you win 2 of the last 3, some folks would say, well, good. That means you beat Iowa and Wisconsin.
Right?
Right? Not a bad way to finish that 3. In the next 3, if you tell me that you're gonna get one, you're gonna get UCLA and maybe USC.
Well, the 3s would be Indiana, Ohio State, UCLA.
So
then USC, Wisconsin, Iowa.
Right. It's that third 3 will tell us a bunch, man.
Yep.
A bunch. So, it's really cool to plant the flag here. I'll ask you this when we come back from the break, but I need some help in defining. And you're local, so you can identify what is homecoming to the Huskers. Yeah, I'm gonna need some help with that. In that it is a huge football game against a team, a program, that you've never lost to.
Right.
You're 6-0 against Rutgers. You're not 6-0 against Sciano, but you're so 2 things. 1, we need to figure out what the record is for Sciano against Nebraska. 2, what does homecoming mean? Like for the fan, in some places, homecoming is a much bigger deal. I'm just not sure in my time here that I felt homecoming.
Mm-hmm.
So Austin Oerman, DP, Old School. We'll be right back.
You're listening to Old School with DP and J. Download the mobile app and listen wherever you are on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Load up on meat and more this summer at the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese at 84th and Havelock. This week's special through October 1st is spend $50, get one beef stew free, limit of one. Also, $1 off all drinks. Locations at 84th and Havelock, 30th and Yankee Hill, and now 85th and Highway 2 in Lincoln, or 168th and Maple in Omaha. Get to the Mercado today for the best meat in town.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
The electrical workers of local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeyman electricians from $32.50 to $42.50 per hour with paid benefits. And if you're looking for a new career, they're hiring apprentices at $19.50 per hour with paid benefits. Call the office at 402-423-4497 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
With a wide variety of menu options, including the best prime and Wagyu steaks in Lincoln, if you haven't been to Tavern 180, you're missing out. Try any of their steak options paired with one of their well-known martinis, and this will soon become your favorite date night spot. Call your friends for a casual get-together where steak, shrimp, chicken, and tasty cocktails await your arrival. Tavern 180, located next door to Tanner's at 30th and Yankee Hill.
At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, it's not just the professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at pahlincoln.com today and in person just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Parkview Animal Hospital, your pet, our passion. For happier, healthier furry friends.
Perch Merch is your one-stop shop for all your printing and promotional needs in Lincoln, Nebraska. They specialize in screen printing, embroidery, vehicle wraps, window wraps, print collateral, promotional products, and signage. At Perch Merch, they are committed to delivering high-quality products and exceptional customer service. Their experienced team of designers and printing professionals will work with you every step of the way to ensure that your vision is realized. Call for a quote today at 402-217-5212 or go to perch-merch.com.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see lots of sunshine. It will be breezy and warm, napping high around 90. Tonight, clear skies, and it will be breezy, low around 47. And tomorrow, we'll see lots of sunshine with cooler temperatures. High expected around 71. Meteorologist Kyle Klecker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Tailored Life is your headquarters for all things fall in Bennett. Make the short drive down Highway 2 for tons of items for your home, both indoors and outdoors. Check out their variety of potted trees, mums, and more. Plus, porch pots and landscape lighting to enhance the outside of your home. Don't forget their home goods for indoors, plus convenient drinks and snacks, most of which are produced locally. Visit Tailored Life today in Bennett and stay tuned to their Facebook page at Tailored Life 360 for food truck events coming up.
Back to Old School with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back, DP. Austin Oerman, Old School. Again, you can line us up here on the text line if you want. We're going to get to your text. The folks are ready to talk a little NFL, and it is it's interesting to me how many texters really like poking fun at the talent. Like if we had taken a vote, we said, okay, Monday Night Football has doubleheader, and here are the two games. And we can either make Nick happy by carrying the Detroit Lions, or we can make Jake happy by carrying the Dolphins. The entire text line would have voted against somebody rather than for somebody.
Or it would have been who do you want to hear sad because they covered their game and their team lost?
Whose tears would you want? Whose tears would you want? I just thought simple, right? All right, Jake. You know, it's got to be pretty cool. I know what it felt like to have the Commanders on, so I kind of went, all right, do you think? So, Austin, we were talking. So I asked Harrison Arns whether homecoming meant anything to the Huskers, to the students. Like, does it enhance the game? So if you're an alumni and you're going to Saturday's game, are you dressed differently? Are you tailgating differently? Is the food different, better? Do you get there earlier, later? Do you party longer? What is it about homecoming at University of Nebraska, Lincoln?
Beats me. I got nothing. I remember being there as a student, and I was honestly more annoyed than anything because we had to line up like 40 people to figure out who was going to be homecoming king or queen. And I think they're all from Nebraska. They have to be in state or something. Don't quote me on that. The band's bigger because you have the alumni.
The alumni are part of it.
Back, and that's fine, but it's all just, I guess we're just playing the hits. They're not learning a whole lot of new music or anything. And Greek life, they have their floats or decorate their yards or whatever.
Is there a parade that I don't?
Not really. Not that I know of. I think it's just they just decorate their lawns.
Or they donate, like they decorate like the frat houses, sorority houses?
Yeah.
Right?
They do their own. It's a competition. They get voted on something.
But there's no parade. There's no.
Not that I know of, no.
Additional. Okay.
It's just kind of a thing they have because I think they feel obligated to have it. And maybe there's more with like the alumni association, but it's not like you're bringing all these former players back home for a celebration for football. You did that against Colorado. Like basketball at least has alumni weekend where they try to bring a lot of the guys back.
Yeah.
But we don't really have that for Nebraska football.
The touchdown said there's a parade. So when is the parade? Where is the parade? Where is the parade? So it says there's a parade down Greek Row.
Yeah, I never saw the parade.
On Friday.
And I went there for 4 years, so I feel like I would have known that there was a parade. But
Thunder Not Collins says homecoming game, he's dressed to the nines. Okay, first of all, somebody has to give the definition where the origin of dressed to the nines comes from. The phrase dressed to the nines. Where it comes from. And then two, Thunder Not Collins, man, you got to share a picture of you on homecoming.
I can't picture you dressed to the nines. I just can't picture Thunder Not Collins having met you.
Right? Gino says, yeah, Scotland, 1700s. Yeah. The origin of the phrase dressed to the nines. I literally had it in my notes that I wanted to ask you your favorite sports phrases that, quite frankly, they're underrated, underutilized. I heard this weekend. See, Lance says comes from Nazi Germany. So Scotland 1700s not equal to Nazi Germany.
One of the things is not like the other.
So text line, y'all got to help us out with that one. But so I heard this phrase, and it was a phrase that I heard as a kid, and I don't hear it as much, but I loved it. So imagine Dylan Raiola drops back. They're in the red zone, 8 yards. He drops back. Nobody's open. Pass pro breaks down. He runs into the end zone, scores a touchdown. In every highlight, it says, Dylan Raiola scampers for 8 yards. And then I thought, okay, is there a distance tied to scamper?
No, so only quarterback scamper.
Like quarterback scamper.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? Like,
because I think you have to be sneaky athletic to scamper.
Right?
Like, could Lamar Jackson scamper? Does Josh Allen scamper? The Patrick Mahomes scampers.
He pitter patters. He scoots
during his scamper.
Yeah, like he.
So I think the scamper is the whole trip,
right? Scamper. Yeah. What are the rules for scampering? What are the rules? Because the way they described it, it was used for Jaden Daniels' 8-yard run, right?
Yeah.
But that was actually a run play.
Yeah.
And he said, Daniel scampers for an 8-yard touchdown. I'm like, okay. Okay, I'm in.
Scamper, to run with quick, light steps, especially through fear or excitement.
To escape fear or excitement?
Running through fear or excitement.
So,
right? Because of.
So everything Kyler Murray does looks like a scamper.
Yeah.
Because he looks like a little kid who just stole his mom's purse.
Yeah.
And is trying to avoid.
Does Ricky Henderson scamper?
Ricky don't scamper.
But excitement.
Ricky runs.
But it's light, it's quick. He's
too
authoritative
explosive.
Scamper.
He's too explosive to scamper.
Okay.
Right? Like he rumbles.
Ooh, Ricky's not big enough to rumble.
Who's Derrick Henry rumbles?
Yeah, absolutely.
John Riggins rumbles.
Sure.
Burrows? Not Joe Burrows.
Jordan?
But running Burrows. Like Riggins Burrows.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Like Larry
Maybe.
Zonka was the prototypical burrower.
And see, that I think of like going underground. I don't know.
Well, but he got low. That was the whole point. Was that he got low, like goal line.
Yeah.
Goal line, get
wins.
low man win. Like, and low man wins is always a great phrase.
Yeah.
And it like you don't hear low man wins in every sport.
No.
Like you don't hear it in gymnastics.
No.
Yeah.
Ben, I always thought scamper was code for white quarterback gets out of a jam with his feet.
Right. Like that was but like Tarkenton scampered.
Sure.
But he was a scrambler.
Right.
He was Archie Manning was a scrambler.
Yeah.
Stabler scamper.
I feel like you have to be a pass first guy to scamper.
Stabler was a pass first guy.
That's what I'm saying.
Manning was a pass first guy. Archie Manning was absolutely a pass first guy. He was just super.
But Stabler is a scamper, and Archie was a scrambler.
Well, Stabler, you remember Stabler was an Alabama quarterback. So
still wild.
So he ran. Yeah, I still have a problem with Snake Stabler at Alabama.
Yeah, big problem.
Like that one doesn't match up. Is that the most bizarre? Hey, you went to like Marshawn Lynch and Cal.
Is he the guest picker this weekend?
He has to be.
Right?
He has to be.
Right?
Although Richard Sherman would fight him for it. Who was Cal's greatest living alumni?
Aaron Rodgers.
Well, right? Are they playing this week? The Jets are playing, so it can't be him.
Yeah. Let's see. Cal Berkeley alumni.
Yeah, Marshawn is the X factor on TV. The censor is active. He is fingertip to button. There will be, as a matter of fact, they may have several buttons if Marshawn Lynch. And is there anybody? He and Snoop Dogg.
Jeff Kent, Bob Melvin.
No, not
Marcus Simeon, Andrew Vaughn, Jaylen Brown.
No, not Jaylen Brown would be amazing, but they wouldn't tie him to
Jason Kidd.
Great, right? Who would? So you get to you're Austin. You are now the producer director, and it's Cal.
Steve Bartkowski.
Not over
Kyle Bowler.
Not over. I don't think they'll let him back on campus. I don't think they've forgiven him.
Herm Edwards.
Just to say the line, right?
Tarek Glenn.
Like
Tony Gonzalez.
You know who?
Tony.
But is he ESPN?
Doesn't matter.
ABC? It does matter. They never go off of, like, if you're covering football for another network, they're not gonna pull the string. Marshawn's a free agent. Jason Kidd would work. Richard Sherman is the NFL Network?
Yeah.
Or Fox? What is he?
NFL, I think. Hardy Nickerson?
I would be really good with that, just to kind of blow some minds that he went to Cal.
Yeah.
Deshaun Jackson went. Yep, absolutely. Yeah.
Former Olympic swimmer Nathan Adrian or Natalie Coughlin?
No, still not enough pop. Not enough bang.
Alex Morgan?
Not enough zip.
Recently
Alex
retired
Morgan, because
soccer
he's
player?
just retired.
Yeah.
That one would get some real intrigue if that's something she wants to do. Yeah, Sherman went to Stanford.
Oh, that's
My
right.
bad.
That's
right.
right.
I knew they were both smart guys. And
I think it's got to be Alex Morgan.
how much would you pay to see Richard Sherman's application for Cal Berkeley? I mean, for Marshawn Lynch's application for Cal. I would pay good money.
The disappointing part about this is that Northwestern doesn't have an answer for Marshawn Lynch.
They Autry, but he was the one that wasn't he in the nonsense that he may have helped point shave or something?
Maybe.
Like the fumbles in the Rose Bowl?
Maybe.
Right?
Yeah.
Right? I mean, who is Northwestern would be any one of the journalists. That's who they would get. Wilbon, Christine Brennan. That's their crew. Isn't morning show guy was with Golick.
Oh, Greenberg?
Isn't he a Northwestern guy?
I don't know.
Or is he Syracuse?
I'm scrolling through a list right now. Give me a minute.
Yeah. So I think that's the interesting. And quite frankly, I'm a little bugged that Cal got one and Nebraska didn't this year. It's Cal. They've never had one.
Neither has UVA somehow. That one surprised me.
I don't know how that's possible.
I know.
I don't know that in the eras at any point that at no point in the last game of the season was Virginia versus Virginia Tech not the game. Their most hype game is during rivalry week, and that makes...
Okay, we're down to 5 schools that have never hosted game day.
Okay.
3 of them are Big Ten schools. 2 of them are ACC schools, and 1 of the schools has Big Ten ACC crossover.
So Maryland has never had it. Northwestern has never had it.
Northwestern has had it.
Northwestern has had, yeah, that's right, because they did the thing.
Peyton Ramsey
Indiana
has had it.
Ooh, ew, ick. Well, but they made a championship game.
Yeah. Well, they would have, but they got jobbed out of it because the Big Ten won Ohio State in it.
So Rutgers has never.
Maryland, Rutgers.
Okay. Illinois. Right.
I just said UVA.
UVA, and Maryland. Maryland's the crossover.
Yeah.
Virginia Tech has.
Yep.
Wake Forest
has.
NC State
has.
Oh my!
What if I told you similar colors to UVA?
Really?
The Qs.
They've never.
Those are 5.
What?
Qs.
In all the years of like Corey Graves and Donovan McNabb.
Yeah. No.
Never. Oh.
No.
Aw. Aw.
Little fella.
Aw. Poor babies. Go. Nobody puts Cuse in the corner. Get them a game day. We'll go to break. We'll come back. More silliness and trivia as we talk through the day here on Old School.
Watch Old School live on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. Old School with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. 93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today. We'll see lots of sunshine. It will be breezy and warm, napping high around 90. Tonight, clear skies, and it will be breezy, low around 47. And tomorrow, we'll see lots of sunshine with cooler temperatures, Knocking high expected around 71. Meteorologist Kyle Becker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
You already know that Select Plumbing takes care of all your plumbing needs, including water heaters, faucet repairs, leaks, drips, sump pumps, and more. Now, they're able to help you with your heating and air conditioning as well. Select Plumbing has recently expanded into residential heating and air, and they're excited to bring this new service to their complete list of plumbing services. Call to book an appointment today at 402-560-6197 or go to selectplumbinginc.com. Serving Lincoln, Seward, Milford, and the surrounding areas.
Hi, this is Jay Foreman. Join me, Old School, live from Cornhusker Bank at 83rd and O Street this Friday for their Customer Appreciation Tailgate Party from 4 to 6 p.m. Larry the Cable Guy will join us during the show, and there's free food and refreshments. That is this Friday from 4 to 6 at Cornhusker Bank, 83rd and O Street.
Come enjoy a show of the Midwest's best boxing on Saturday, October 5th with Roughnecks at the Complex, the former location of Champions Fun Center. 8 bouts are scheduled for the night, including the main event of Dwayne Johnson and Jack Lawless Frericks in the Professional Middleweight Championship bout. Doors open at 6 p.m. with first bout at 7 p.m. Learn more about the boxers and buy tickets at thecomplexlincoln.com.
An hour ago, you didn't need a plumber. Now you're in a panic. When life throws you a surprise with a clogged drain, plugged or leaky toilet, broken pipe, leaky faucet or water heater, or a bathroom or kitchen plumbing upgrade, whatever. Just call Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. 467-1111. Keep that number handy, 467-1111. Or go to BryantLincoln.com. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. We do whatever it takes.
It's the fall sports season, and that means that the school year is back in session and you're planning road trips for Nebraska football games and following your kids around to their different events. Stop telling yourself you'll upgrade your car someday and do it now. Mullen Motors Lot is full of great vehicles to take home so you don't have to worry about your current car struggling through another season. Come check out their lot just north of 48th and Lake and find your next ride. As your fall schedule gets busy, you'll need a reliable way to get to your destinations. Mullen Motors.
No taglines, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
This is former Husker and NFL linebacker Jay Foreman. For years, I've suffered from degenerative problems in both of my ankles, but thanks to a thorough and thought-out plan provided by Advanced Medical Imaging, I was able to get my life back with the least amount of pain as possible. While working through multiple options, the team of physicians at Advanced Medical Imaging were there to answer any questions I had. If you're experiencing any pain at all and want to get your life back, go to amimaging.com or give them a call at 402-484-6677. Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard.
Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits is your place in North Lincoln to go for all your needs in wine, spirits, and beer. They also have a large variety of cigars in their walk-in humidor, and they have a top-notch walk-in, temperature-controlled, high-end wine bar. Plus, you can enjoy free samples from their tasting bar. There's only one place to go for all your needs for wine, beer, spirits, and cigars. Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits on North 27th Street in Lincoln.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and we are out of the gate for September with a very special GMC sales offer. We must move out all new GMC truck inventory fast. So right now at Koppel, we are offering true GM supplier pricing for everyone. Yes, you heard right. True GM supplier pricing on all GMC Sierras. That's over $12,000 off on select models. That's GM supplier pricing, $12,000 off on Sierras. Do not wait. Stop on in or check us out online at koppelcars.com.
Back to Old School with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Well, see, this is what happens. This is what happens. Austin and I are down the rabbit hole, and, you know, it's just the way it works. So, of all the schools who have not had it, we want to put out a poll on social media. And we're going to say it, we're going to phrase it this way, that when Nebraska gets its next game day, who is the guest picker? And it has to be somebody who has not done it before. And we think, and you can text in if if there's somebody that we don't initially come up with. But I think that what we come up with 4 or 5, Austin, that we think.
Yeah, one of those two.
So Buffett, Crawford. Who else did we come up with? Sue.
You said Sue and Lou.
Sue, Tyronn Lue. Oh, yeah, Compton is going to be a pick. John Cook.
Yeah.
I don't think it'll be Scott Frost. Color me wrong, but not sure.
Imagine though.
But that would be good television. Who else would we and we could put, other as a write-in candidate. But John Cook, is that the thing? Because the real crossover for Frank Solich. Yeah, I mean, it Jordan Larson would certainly move the needle. Roger Craig, Buffett was on the list. I think the write-in, Austin, who are we? I think we're missing a layup somewhere. Wait a minute. Isn't it the guy that was here yesterday? It's the guy that was here in studio yesterday. It's
Jet
Johnny Wright. It's the Jet, right?
Crouch is still local too. One of those two,
right? I mean, right? I mean, isn't it the Jet? Just so you can play, just so they can replay that on national TV for the whole country.
Potentially, you can talk. Yeah.
Which one has the greatest value to Nebraska? The greatest value. Now, Compton has value now.
Yeah.
But does Compton have more pull, push, charisma, juice than John Cook? And that is a statement. That is, Austin, that is the statement of all statements.
Yeah.
Right? Or do you do the thing and you have the GOAT? Do you have Coach Osborne? There's no wrong answer, but I just think it's intriguing, right?
Yeah.
Bud has his own place and space in the universe.
Is Larry the Cable Guy?
He did it. He did
already?
it like 3 years ago.
For Nebraska?
2 or 3 years ago he did it. Yeah.
I know Gabby Union went just above 500 on her picks.
Yeah. So I think that's a legitimate thing. Believer, why would you do that?
I'm not seeing Larry the Cable Guy ever having done it.
I'm
on the
you know what? He did Big Ten.
Yeah,
he did Big Ten.
Yeah, Big Noon.
Yeah, he did Big Noon. So technically, but where does he fall in the hierarchy? Where does he fall?
I hate to say this, like I respect the man in his career, but I feel like he's you shot for the moon and you ended up among the stars kind of poll.
Yeah. What's the greater value? Yeah, Compton and McAfee. but McAfee and Larry the Cable Guy would go so quickly off the rails in the best possible way.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Right? Yeah, Schwellenbach made a bid today.
Oh, DP, poor Schwelly.
Yeah, Schwelly did his thing, man.
He got Blake Snell.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think so. Those are the questions. So, Austin, from that list, you can do a poll with all of the names in it that have been mentioned. But I think we pick 4.
I'll find one.
Or
I'll
5,
figure it out.
right?
I'll figure it out.
To do that, we'll throw it to break. We'll come back. We'll talk a little bit more about the win Saturday. We'll talk about Monday Night Football. Little trivia question along the way. DP, Austin Oerman, old school, second hour coming up.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. You're listening to Old School with DP and J. Download the mobile app and listen wherever you are on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, Rico, let's do the final checklist before we head out. We have a lot of people coming to the tailgate today. I'm ready. Burgers? Check. Chips? Check. Icy cold beer? Check. Except this one. I'm forgetting something. Wait a second. Where's the Führer's cheese spread? I can't stop eating it. Rico, relax. I always pack extra. It's the biggest hit of the tailgate.
For the best appetizer, party dip, and tailgate snack, load up on Führer's cheese spread today in most local grocery stores.
Prashawn Jackson here for Bauer Underground, who has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know the baddest dudes in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and pedigree of success. Bauer, a family-friendly company who reminds you, go Big Red!
Come enjoy a show of the Midwest's best boxing on Saturday, October 5th with Roughnecks at the Complex, the former location of Champions Fun Center. 8 bouts are scheduled for the night, including the main event of Dwayne Johnson and Jack Lawless Frericks in the professional middleweight championship bout. Doors open at 6 p.m. with first bout at 7 p.m. Learn more about the boxers and buy tickets at thecomplexlincoln.com.
When you need a new water heater, nothing beats the ProLine family of water heaters from A.O. Smith. ProLine models are built using commercial-grade components, meaning they're built to help you tackle your toughest days. No matter if you need a gas or electric model, A.O. Smith has a ProLine unit for you. A.O. Smith, innovation has a name. Call Wellman Plumbing at 402-434-2400 for a great deal on a water heater today. Again, that's 402-434-2400.
You already know that Select Plumbing takes care of all your plumbing needs, including water heaters, faucet repairs, leaks, drips, sump pumps, and more. Now, they're able to help you with your heating and air conditioning as well. Select Plumbing has recently expanded into residential heating and air, and they're excited to bring this new service to their complete list of plumbing services. Call to book an appointment today at 402-560-6197 or go to selectplumbinginc.com. Serving Lincoln, Seward, Milford, and the surrounding areas.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
Riddles Jewelry is excited to be celebrating 65 years. 65 years of so many incredible memories celebrating with each of your special moments. In celebration of the 65th Riddles Jewelry anniversary, we will be offering up to 40% off all engagement rings and all diamond fashion jewelry. The excitement doesn't stop there. Riddles Jewelry is also offering 18 months, 0% interest, and $0 down financing on all qualifying purchases. Riddles Jewelry has always been known for incredible customer service, one of the largest selections of engagement rings, and don't forget about the on-site jeweler. Come celebrate with us at Riddles Jewelry, your one-stop diamond shop with exclusive Levian jewelry, Pandora Charm jewelry, and more. All at Riddles inside Gateway Mall.
Attention students and anyone else looking for a great deal. Sun Valley Lanes and Games has the ultimate weeknight special. For just $15.95, enjoy unlimited bowling, lucky putt mini golf, and laser tag. Flash your college ID at check-in to receive $2 off your admission. It's the perfect way to unwind Sunday through Thursday nights. Check out sunvalleylanes.com for hours and availability. Sun Valley Lanes and Games, located at 321 Victory Lane.
Lincoln's best place to meet, eat, and compete. Sun Valley.
Perch Merch is your one-stop shop for all your printing and promotional needs in Lincoln, Nebraska. They specialize in screen printing, embroidery, vehicle wraps, window wraps, print collateral, promotional products, and signage. At Perch Merch, they are committed to delivering high-quality products and exceptional customer service. Their experienced team of designers and printing professionals will work with you every step of the way to ensure that your vision is realized. Call for a quote today at 402-217-5212 or go to perch-merch.com.
A commitment to volunteer service is one of the many things that makes Nebraska so special. Volunteers give their time, energy, and resources, and they ask for nothing in return. The Step Forward Awards ensures they're recognized for all they do. Those honored this year for the impact they've made in their communities are Gretchen Mack of Omaha, Kira Montiel of Papillion, Vern Hickok of Cairo, Mildred Moody of Gehring, Blue River Arts Council in Crete, Nebraska Land Bank in North Platte, Lincoln Industries in Lincoln, Cinderland Meredith of Seward, Deb Zobel of Ashland, Sally Harms of Wisner, Senator Diana Shimmick of Lincoln, and Rick Weimer of West Point. Serve Nebraska thanks all nominators, nominees, and sponsors for helping us celebrate volunteerism. To learn more about the Step Forward Awards and this year's honorees, visit serve.nebraska.gov. Sponsored by Serve Nebraska, aired by the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. This is Old School, sponsored by the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese. Broadcasting veteran Derek Pearson.
When you find something that moves them, that makes them smile, celebrate it. That's your task. That's your superpower.
Nebraska Football Hall of Famer Jay Foreman.
Rifles a pass. It was tipped. It's picked off by Foreman. He's at the 15, 10, 5. He'll score!
On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Yeah, it's a controversy. We'll talk about that. DP, Austin Oerman here on Old School 93.7 The Ticket. On Victory Monday, the Huskers get a big win, improve to 4-1. Lots to talk about. Again, you have been active and good on the text line, Sartor Hammond text line, 402-464-5685. You want to be a part of what we're doing? Got a couple of things going, and we'll go through those. If you want to follow on the live video streams, Facebook, YouTube, X, and Allo channel 961, you can be a part of what we're doing. And then Austin will tell you all about our dear friends at the Mercado.
Gladly. Our friends at the Mercado have 3 Lincoln locations and 1 Omaha location. They are our friends because they have every type of meat. They have every type of cut. They got cookies. They got gelato. They got other sides. They got spices. They got equipment. They got cheese, all sorts of yummy stuff. Hey, make sure as well you check out their Fired Up Friday lunch specials at the 84th and Havelock location. First come, first serve from 11 to 2. I haven't had as many as I would like myself, but I can guarantee you they do not miss. Mercado does not miss.
No, they don't. And whenever we go out there, they always give us a little hookup, a little something on the side. That usually they will hand us hot dogs and sausages and the like that we can throw on the grill upstairs on the rooftop. So to not have to worry about that. Updates, of course, it is the play-in for the play-in. When it comes to Major League Baseball, the Mets and Braves in a doubleheader in one of the best baseball games of the season. And quite frankly, games 161 and 162 and 163 tend to be high-octane games. There have been some exceptional ones. There have been some perfect games on 162, so a lot of no-hitters, some great walk-offs. And Francisco Lindor, listen, Spencer Schwellenbach from Husker baseball was exceptional for the Braves. 7 innings, no runs at the time of his departure. He left with 1 runner on base and a 3-0 lead in the top of the 8th. Mets, once he left, the Mets put up 5, then 6, and then the Braves went ahead 7-6, and then Francisco Lindor hit a 2-run bomb to win it 8-7. In game 2, they are currently in the 5th inning. The Braves lead 1-0. The Braves have to win in order to advance into the wild card. If they lose, if the Mets beat them, it'll be a sweep. And Arizona will get yes, they will be. Here's my thing for everybody. So the speculation, and baseball fans are such a unique breed in that there were people that said, listen, if you need to win one game and you have a Cy Young in Chris Sale, why don't you throw him in game 1, get it over with? Then it doesn't matter what you do in game 2, right? The Braves decided, hey, we're going to take the rookie. And mind you, Husker fans know he's not just the normal rookie. That Schwellenbach is special, especially on the bump. He's on the hill. He's a different dude. He can look at 8-7 year one. Great intro, great stand up for them. Necessary. Goes out today, 7 scoreless. Bravo. Right? You did at 94 pitches. So he gave up a double to start the 8th, and they took him out at 94 pitches. And I immediately leaned forward, like, because I think they have 4 hits off him in like 15 innings. No, they have 8 hits in 15 innings. And that was the first extra base hit of the day. And they took him out and immediately meltdown.
Which is funny because they went to their 2 best relievers who melted down, which tells you baseball's going to baseball sometimes. It's insane.
Like if you're going to do that, let Schwelly do his thing. Right? He knows how to close. He knows how to finish. And yeah, at 94 pitches, if you said to me, okay, I only need 3 outs, fine. Okay, cool. Can't change it. But the fact that immediately the talk was, well, Chris Sale will take them in game 2. Except for he experienced back spasms last night.
Yeah.
Last night. So they kind of knew he wasn't going to go today and didn't tell anybody. Kept the secret. And if you're the Arizona Diamondbacks, I'm sending black roses to the Atlanta Braves locker room like right now. Like they're like it. I don't know if 2 teams from the NL East got together and had a little conversation to say, we don't care if you get in.
So I can see that conversation going a lot of ways, because I can see the Braves and Mets going together like, yeah, given the way that game played out, I mean, that was legit.
That was fun.
It was Nick and I were monitoring that the entire show. It went off the rails at multiple points just because we couldn't help ourselves as baseball guys.
Yeah.
You see a game in a roller coaster like that, you have to pay attention.
Yeah.
Let's say they did have a conversation between the first game of the doubleheader and the one that's going on right now. I can see the Braves saying, hey, you're in. We're not throwing Sale. We assume you're going to run out a lineup of backups, right? Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. And let's say, oh, yeah, absolutely.
Because you have to go and play.
Well, the Braves have to win and they're in.
Well, but the Mets, you have to play tomorrow.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Well, so do the Braves if they win. So that doesn't necessarily change the conversation, at least
for
me.
For the Mets, I got to get I got a bigger fish to fry.
The Mets are playing for seeding. Atlanta's playing for their life.
Right. And then you say, okay, who do you want? What's best for family business? Now, it could be rivalry and just go, screw you. I want you out. Like, I want to finish you.
That's what I think has happened.
Like, I want to finish you.
That's what I think has happened.
Okay.
Yes.
But that's why I asked the question, because in my mind, if you're not throwing Sale, like and then here's the thing: if the Braves win, let's say they win this game, and then Sale all of a sudden miraculously is fine to throw tomorrow. I don't know.
Let's also not forget, DP, that Chris Sale and Max Fried were set up to throw the last 2 games of the Braves series against the Mets already. Hurricane hits. They bumped those 2 games to today, and the Braves made the decision to save Chris Sale in case they needed him, but throw Max Fried, who completely shoved against the Royals, to be fair. It dominated them for 8 innings. Braves take game 2. All they had to do was win on Sunday against a Royals team that is already in the postseason, because the Twins lost. The Royals did not have to win a game to get into the postseason. Since the Twins lost, the Royals had nothing to play for. Gave Bobby Witt his first half of the year on Saturday, got him at bats on Sunday and whatnot. If you throw Sale at any of those 3 games, or even the game after Fried, guess what? You're probably in the postseason and you're not worrying about it. But that gets into the age-old debate. Do you try to make it through the first round with your number 2? Or do you throw your ace and not take anything for granted?
You can't take anything for granted.
Ever.
You can't.
No.
So one of my favorite TV shows to watch, and if I'm going to binge watch, Survivor is at the top of the list for once. One, because of the psychology, human psychology, right? Just to see how people compete, how they process in the competition, how they're not able to get outside of themselves. Like whoever you are before you got to an island and to compete with 16 people, that's who you're going to be on that island. You can't hide it. You can't put it away. You can't. And because of it, the people have been conditioned for 47 seasons of, hey, this is how this game, they've been playing this game in their minds, which is different than actually playing the game. And every year, there's several people who get an idol, which protects them, which means you cannot, if you have this thing in your pocket, you should not go home. And every year, there's 2 or 3 people who go home with an idol in their pocket, thinking they were safe. And every time their flame gets knocked out, they go, I can't believe I can't believe I didn't use my guy. And if the Mets win this game,
the Braves went home with an idol in their pocket.
You went home with several. Like, this is the playoff for them. This is the elimination. Like, this is the elimination game. You're not in. If you don't win this game, it doesn't matter whether Chris Sale has backspat him or what Fried is going through or any of that.
And this goes back to, I think the point is, you want to leave as little doubt as possible. Don't let baseball happen. Like you say, control the chaos, right? Plan for chaos because you know it's going to come. So if you can prevent as much of it as possible, you should probably do that, which is why the Royals going on 2 separate 7-game losing streaks, not clinch a playoff spot any earlier, threw me, which is why I don't even know. But the fact that the Braves allowed this chaos to happen when they didn't have to, I thought it was a better run organization than that.
Having 2 or 3 of the best players on the planet every year for the last 6, 7, 8, 9 years,
which granted are injured,
makes you well. But here's the thing: sometimes those players are better than the administrators. Sometimes those players are better than the managers. They're better than the execs, right? Sometimes really great players will make you better. Listen, we watch the Anaheim Angels every year with all the talent in the world, can't figure it out because the managers at the top of this thing just go, oh, I don't know how to, I can't manage this. I don't know what to do with this. The Mets were so snake bitten. They were so snake bitten that they were videotaping. They actually put surveillance out on the lady who's sitting behind home plate at Mets games because they called her a witch and said she was putting spells on the Mets. And have you seen this lady? Have you seen her?
No, I'm looking it up right now.
Oh, Austin, it's spectacular because it goes in, the psyche of Mets fans that they were really melting down over this. That who is this woman and why is she casting spells on the Mets? She's going to cost. And up until the 8th inning, Mets fans on social media, oh, this was a terrible day. This was a terrible day. And now you got to put up with them for the next several days because they figured out how to get in. The whole witch factor. Have you found it?
I'm not.
Go
to
X. Go to X and just put New York Mets and then witch, and it brings up. And she's there, and she's there with like a notepad, and they've somehow turned this into witchcraft. Like she's putting a hex on the Mets.
So unfortunately, when I search New York Mets witch, it's coming up with a lot from earlier today.
Well, they blamed her up until the 8th inning. They were like, somebody find this lady. Like somebody find her. And she's, I'm pretty sure she's minding her own business, right? She just has really good seats for the Mets.
Oh my God.
And she's always sitting there by herself with like a pad and pen. And
poor lady.
So a part of me was rooting for the Mets to not make it just for the stories. But Austin, I don't know enough about the Diamondbacks to want them in the playoffs. Like I'm not emotionally invested in watching them
But aren't you emotionally invested in watching the Mets and Braves both burn?
There was the beauty of but I needed another team to come up and bite them both.
San Diego.
Yeah. Well,
but
I mean, it was beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
But another team.
Gotcha.
Another team. We needed one more other team. Nick and his Cubs could have stepped up and joined the party along the way. But the fact that it's the D-backs who make an appearance every 3 years, every 4 years. They pop up, they get into it, and make people uncomfortable. But I didn't. Do you want to see the Diamondbacks in the playoffs, Austin Oerman?
I'm not mad at them if they are. I don't know. Like, I don't want to hate on them.
Are you excited to see the Detroit Lions in the playoffs? Detroit Tigers.
Tigers? No, screw them.
That's why I just trying to figure out.
Screw them. Seattle should have passed them. I'm mad at Seattle for not passing Detroit. That's what I'm mad at.
Yeah, just trying to figure that out. Oh my goodness gracious. So yeah, it's an interesting day. And again, the Braves and Mets are in game 2. I was trying to figure out how did I want this to play out, and of course the way it lines up. Tigers and Astros line up tomorrow at 1:30 Central Time. And then the winner of that one gets the Guardians, which, again, still a mystery to me how they're as good as they are.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Don't understand it.
They're 11 wins better than their run differential says they should be.
Yeah, it like that's who you should check for witchcraft.
Mm-hmm. No.
Yeah. Check the Guardians.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, Mike Schaefer. I had to say it. It had to be said.
Yeah,
it had to be said. So there's lots of that in order and in play, and of course, this is the time. How do you feel about the Royals? One, being in the playoffs, but two, the matchup.
So,
I need the Austin Oerman breakdown.
This is that nuanced conversation, right? Because if you told me at the start of the year that the Royals were going to make the playoffs, no questions asked, I signed up for it.
Yep.
Second team in history in a full season to go from 100 losses to a chance to win the dang thing.
Yep.
Huge. Awesome.
Yep.
Told me the Royals are like 35-19 at one point in the year. Holy cow. This team's different. Did I think the team was going to stay 35-19 with that run differential? No, I did not. So the fact they came back to earth a little bit, not necessarily shocking. The fact they're in the playoffs, great. The fact that they have, 14 games worth of losing streak in the last month, a little bit concerning. There's that context there. Having to hold off Detroit, right? I mean, Detroit fans probably feel like the world is their oyster right now. They're riding a high going into the playoffs. Royals fans kind of feel like they backed into it, but it shouldn't overshadow the fact that they were 50 games below 500 last year, had a 30-win turnaround, and are in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
So I think a lot of me is screaming, just be grateful they made it. Enjoy the ride, enjoy the moment. But you know what, DP? Tomorrow's going to come, and your boy has not tasted playoff baseball since 2015. So the second something goes wrong, I'm up in arms. I'm going to forget just how happy I am that the Royals made the playoffs. Playoff baseball turns me into a different creature.
And then
I'm not even
a
invested
fan.
in Mets and Braves. I have no dog in the fight. And yet I still care wildly about it. I can't imagine how amped up, positively and negatively, I'm going to be tomorrow. And if the Royals get swept out of the wild card round, so be it. I'll say, it was a good season in like a month. But I'm going to be pissed.
I can't. I'm apologizing in advance.
Rooting for the O's?
Or Astros. Or I can't.
Baltimore, I like the matchup against Baltimore, the team, a little bit better. I think Houston's ballpark would have maybe played more to the Royals lineup, but also you throw a lefty and Reagan's out there game one against the lineup of righty mashers. It also plays to Houston. So I will take my chances with Baltimore because DP, when the Royals beat the Orioles, Rico ain't ready. Fake baseball fan Rico has been talking so much smack about the Yankees and only named 3 players on. Oh, and he's about to get it.
He's entertainingly nuisance.
Yes, correct.
Right? Like, it's amusing. Because privately it hurts him. It cuts him way deeper than, like, he has Novocained himself against the Yankees end of season.
Oh yeah.
He crashes hard. Don't let it be. Listen, Jay and I were giving him the Houston business the last previous years. Oh, poor Rico. Like, I felt bad. It was like, oh, bruh, you good? You good? Because it was tough.
At least he has the Patriot. Oh. Whoops.
And then, did you see the meme on the Knicks?
Which one? I've seen many.
It's the animated one of Brunson and they're walking up and knocking on doors with Cat next to them. Go, hey, are you guys shaking in your pants now that we have Cat? And they knock on the door and they open the door and it's the Sixers. And they're like, we got Paul George. Go down the street. And then they knock on the next door like, aren't you guys afraid that we have Cat? And it's the Celtics.
Like, nah. Yeah.
They're like, how come nobody's afraid? They're like, you know.
Right.
And then Cat talks in that voice. And
yeah. The internet, man. The internet.
Undefeated. We'll throw it to break. Austin, Oerman, DP, Old School. We'll be right back.
Watch Old School live on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. Old School with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Hi, I'm State Senator Beau Ballard. I was born and raised right here in Lancaster County. I understand the value of hard work by being involved in our family business. I built my own company, creating jobs right here in our community. Nebraska families and business owners need lower taxes, more affordable health care, and a great education system. That is why I fought for the largest tax cut in Nebraska history, reduce the cost of health care, and help pass the biggest investment in our public schools. I'm Senator Beau Ballard, and I humbly ask for your vote on November 5th, paid for by Ballard for Nebraska.
This is State Senator Carolyn Bozin. Public safety is important in our community. I have a proven record of protecting public safety. I have prosecuted perpetrators of domestic violence, advocated for the rights of child abuse victims, held sexual predators accountable, and fought to keep drug traffickers off our streets. This is Senator Carolyn Bozin, and I will continue to fight to keep our community safe. Vote Carolyn Bozin on November 5th. Paid for by Bozin for Legislature.
It's the best time of the year to order a new John Deere self-propelled windrower from Landmark Implement during the early order program. Hay harvest is a race against time. Order a new John Deere self-propelled windrower to harvest your hay quickly and efficiently while promoting quick dry down for quality hay. Now is the time to lock in the best price of the year. Contact your local Landmark location for full details on a new self-propelled windrower and experience the Landmark difference.
Rico here with HIS Auto Care at 70th and Van Dorn, letting you know HIS is a great place to bring your vehicle for service. With superior service bumper to bumper, we'll treat your vehicle like it's your mother's. Doesn't get any better than that. So call 402-488-8934 and HIS Auto will make you glad you did. 5% off, mention this ad, and for sure your mother will be proud you called. 402-488-8934, HIS Auto Care, 70th and Van Dorn. God bless you.
Ryan, with all this red and all these people around, I'm still not seeing the tailgate.
Todd Spidell, former body shop owner, terrible driver.
We're getting close. Now, did you know with 3 locations in Lincoln and hundreds of years of combined technician experience, we can get Husker fans back on the road even quicker and safer after their tailgate mishaps? Oh, Todd, turn left right here.
Left or right?
Left, right here.
Right?
Well, you wait for the tow truck. I'm getting a hot dog.
Well, I guess while I'm waiting. All right! Most recommended! Eustace Body Shop.
Woohoo! Dude, you should be on American Idol.
You really think so?
No.
Accidents happen, even to Husker fans. If it happens to you, call Eustace Body Shop, where our customers send their friends.
The most recommended Eustace Body Shop. That's who we are.
Everyone should have a collection of something. For some, it's stamps or coins, expensive cars, or even watches. But for a lot of people, it's sports cards. And there's no better way to grow your collection than with the help of Capital City Sports Cards, Lincoln's first and only collector-first sports cards and memorabilia shop. Capital City Sports Cards connects collectors of all ages and demographics with unique collectibles sure to bring any collection to life, no matter the budget. Visit Capital City Sports Cards near 56th and Old Cheney or through their eBay storefront. Capital City Sports Cards, Lincoln's premier sports card and memorabilia store. At Fairway Meat Market, you're family, and as part of the family, they want to save you money on your meat and groceries. October is pork month, so now through October 6th, enjoy bone-in pork shoulder for $1.88 per pound. Fairway's hickory smoked bacon 16-ounce packs for $4.99, thick cut bone-in chops for $1.99 per pound, and a half hog bundle all month for $199. Call 402-486-6611 for a custom cut and wrap. That's all at Fairway Meat Market in the Rockledge Square Shopping Center, just south of 84th and Van Dorn. Get rid of pesky critters once and for all with Bats to Rats. Their expert team is here to help you reclaim your home. No more sleepless nights caused by crawling critters or flapping wings. Bats to Rats ensures a safe environment for every family member. Check the website at batstoRats.com for amazing offers. And if you mention this ad, you'll receive $10 off your initial inspection cost. Call Bats to Rats today at 402-781-8691. That's 402-781-8691. Bats to Rats.
Attention students and anyone else looking for a great deal. Sun Valley Lanes and Games has the ultimate weeknight special. For just $15.95, enjoy unlimited bowling, lucky putt mini golf, and laser tag. Flash your college ID at check-in to receive $2 off your admission. It's the perfect way to unwind Sunday through Thursday nights. Check out sunvalleylanes.com for hours and availability. Sun Valley Lanes and Games, located at 321 Victory Lane.
Lincoln's best place to meet, eat, and compete. Sun Valley.
Have you been accused of a crime and don't know where to turn? At Liberty Law Group, we understand that a call to an attorney is a call for help. If you're up against the legal system, you need an attorney you can trust to handle your case with professionalism and compassion. Liberty Law's experienced trial attorneys are committed to the defense of liberty for those accused. Don't let a criminal charge ruin your life. Call Liberty Law at 877-42-LIBERTY. Advocates you need, trial attorneys you can trust. That's 877-42-LIBERTY.
Back to old school with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
DP, Austin Oerman, we got a full Monday for you. Taking you all the way to late night on The Ticket. Tom Chattel will join Austin Oerman at 6 to do his thing. Of course, DeMornay, Pearsonell, Megan Walker, Chancellor Brewington. We've got some shows, plus the bowling shows. And shout out to the bowling girls. We have 2 bowling shows, weeknights, and they draw daytime traffic. Their support system is strong. So kudos.
Championship program.
Yeah, it's really a thing. This is a big week for college football. And Austin, we were talking about it, that low-key, this weekend's college football schedule is so good that games are going to get lost in the shuffle. Listen, on a homecoming weekend, a 4-1 Nebraska team takes on a 5-0 Rutgers team. And, right, that's a big deal heading, especially for Nebraska heading to a bye. But that's not a top 25 game. And the games that include top 25 teams, that, again, Michigan State travels to Oregon. Syracuse at 3-1, traveling to undefeated top 25 ranked UNLV.
Woo!
Right? And we saw that with a new quarterback, after all that talk last week, the backup comes up and puts up a 59 burger.
Matthew Sluka, foot, meat, mouth.
Hey, man. Like that dude was waiting. He was like, no. Like he was probably whispering, hey, Matt. Go ahead and take off, man. I got you. Matter of fact, some of his teammates. 59 burger. Boston College at 4-1, traveling to Charlottesville to take on a 3-1 Virginia team. That's going to be a game that matters. For playoffs and otherwise, this is going to be nuts. That let's go through some of these top 25 games that are going to be in play. That through your schedule, Austin, what would you watch? I know that Nebraska Rutgers is game 1. But if you've got to choose, UCLA travels to Penn State. Now, football fans are going to watch that. They're going to watch that. Number 9, Missouri travels to face top 20 Texas A&M. Somebody's season ends, right?
Sure.
If A&M loses, their season's done.
Yeah.
Like, you're going to go to a bowl, but you got to struggle and grind. Missouri wins that one. They move up in the rankings. SMU, after a big win over Florida State, travels to top 22 Louisville. Iowa, quietly, with one loss, travels to Columbus to take on the Buckeyes.
Yeah.
Auburn and Georgia. That's a brawl, and Georgia has to find a way to get its head from not spinning.
Auburn, Georgia is one I'm watching like this, DP.
Yeah.
Auburn should have had Oklahoma, and Georgia shouldn't have had, and then almost had, arguably could have had Bama. So I'm on dead body alert in between the hedges.
Right, you can get caught. Number 12, Ole Miss, trying to recover.
Yep.
They got to go to Columbus.
Yeah.
Columbia. They got to go to Columbia, South Carolina, and face the 3-1 Gamecock team. Undefeated Indiana travels to Northwestern to play in the new bowl, whatever that location is calling itself now. Right? It's a new sphere. Alabama, don't crash and burn because you got to go on the road to Vandy.
Trap. It's a trap.
Trap game. Clemson and Florida State.
That's also a trap game somehow.
Also a trap game because, again, Clemson, if you win that game, you're going to end a coach's career.
Yeah, probably.
If Florida State manages to pull off a win against Clemson, that coach saves his career and maybe sends Dabo into a spin.
Woo.
Right? Numbers. Number 6, Tennessee takes on Arkansas. That's a matchup they don't like any year. Michigan, traveling to Washington. You're going to Washington, and look, I'm just going to say it's going to be a little different. It's going to be a little different. And then Miami and Cal and Baylor and Iowa State. So
USC, Minnesota.
Right? It's that. Are we that comfortable with USC?
No.
To think that they're going to have an easy trip into Minneapolis?
I thought Minnesota. I'm not going to say Minnesota got the win taken away from it. Minnesota got a chance to win the game, taken away from it against Michigan.
Yeah.
And that was on the road against the Michigan team that beat USC.
Listen,
not saying, just saying.
You and Nick were having the conversation earlier and saying that, like, Nebraska could have very easily have beaten Illinois, like a good Illinois team. We now know that Illinois is actually legit, right? And not that we should be surprised by it, but that most of the teams that lost very easily could have won those games and changed the entire season.
Yeah.
I want folks to buckle up because the 12-team tournament is really going to be a pool of 34 teams that we won't have any idea who the 12 teams are going to, the 16 teams that are going to battle to get those final 12. I think 4 teams feel good about being in, but we don't even know what those 4 teams are.
Who are the 4 teams you feel best about right now?
If you said to me that the Alabama's win over Georgia kind of locks the door, that they could still lose 2 games and people are going to go, nope, they're better than that. Texas, they haven't been tested. Not in the way that we're used to them being tested.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, because again, you got to line up and play A&M, Oklahoma. There's some rivalry games. Then you got to go face some real folks. Right? Ohio State looks like they have an answer for most things in play. Right? Everybody else from the SEC is going to fight each other. Miami was a replay away from being out of this conversation, or at least on the perimeter of the conversation. Right? Because somebody from the ACC is getting in. We don't know who that team is.
And see, I still think I'm comfortable enough with Miami to put them there because, yeah, Virginia Tech hasn't looked to be the college football playoff dark horse we thought they were before the year, but we know we've got it in them, right? The way Miami played that game, not great. But if you're telling me the ACC has to beat Miami twice, essentially with what I've seen from them.
But Boston College is the one, they're the Iowa of the ACC in that they're going to ugly up a game against a talented team. And if they can figure out how to get a win in Charlottesville, circle Boston College's schedule the rest of the year because they're going to sneak their way into an opportunity to play into the playoffs.
BC's 4-1 right now, beat Florida State, Duquesne, lost by 6 to Missouri, beat Michigan State, Western Kentucky. They make the Virginia road trip over the next 18 days or so. Louisville, Syracuse, SMU, Carolina, and Pitt.
Who's the second team from the Big Ten? I think there'll be 3. But who's number 2?
I feel most comfortable with Penn State right now.
Penn State, what's Penn State's schedule going forward? Because Penn State, Michigan, USC, Indiana, Illinois are all in the discussion.
Penn State has UCLA, USC, bye week, Wisconsin, USC, Wisconsin on the road, host Ohio State to start November, host Washington, go to Purdue, go to Minnesota, and host Maryland.
So you see, all of the teams that we're talking about are going to have to beat up. Listen, they're all going to beat each other up.
Yeah.
But, so from the text line, Mike says Ohio State, Penn State, USC, Alabama. I think if you said to me, Alabama looks good.
Mm-hmm.
Texas, if they don't shoot themselves in the foot. Georgia is still number 3.
Yeah.
Somebody's going to have to jump up and snatch them by the ankle, right? Shoot them in the Achilles to get them out of the picture because, quite frankly, them playing Alabama, if they were playing anybody else, they win that game Saturday night.
So Georgia's remaining schedule, host Auburn and Mississippi State the next 2 weeks before you go to Texas.
Okay, there it is.
Bye week, world's largest cocktail party in Jacksonville. At Ole Miss, host Tennessee, host UMass, and host Georgia Tech.
Yeah, Tennessee is a really good circle. Because Tennessee, one, it's such a unique place to play. It's a tough place to get wins. And their offense travels.
Yeah.
Their offense travels. Nico listen, he's a different kind of character. And they have the skill position folks to match up with the Georgia, Alabama, Texas folks. But if you said to me that 4 of those teams get in, that means that 2 of them are going to get in with 2 losses.
Yeah, probably.
At least 2 losses, which means that everything else has to clear. And that there are some teams sitting below the fire that don't listen. UNLV doesn't have the schedule that Ohio State has.
Right. Right.
And Utah not having Cam Rising for their first loss doesn't eliminate them from the clear path by winning the Big 12. Because who else are you going to favor? Who else is going to be if Rising is playing? Who else is favored against Utah?
But I don't think Rising's playing much.
I just think he has to play late in the year. They're not afraid of TCU. No. They're not afraid of
no.
They match up with Boise. They don't have a real problem. They're not looking at anybody else and going, ooh, how do we deal with this? They're used to being in where you got to. Yeah, Tennessee is so talented.
Holy War is going to be interesting. Getting Iowa State at home is good for Utah.
Well, here's the thing though. Who's going to beat BYU if it's not Utah? BYU's snuck up on everybody.
BYU almost tricked it off against Baylor.
Right? But here's the thing. They went to Baylor and got work in. Going to Waco is not an easy deal.
Having been there, correct.
Right. It's hard to get to. It's hard to get out of. It's a weird vibe in the stadium. I'm not sure how to describe the vibe at Baylor.
Plain.
Right. It's just a weird sort of thing. So they figured out how to get that done. And listen, BYU matches up. they match up. So
they've got Arizona, Oklahoma State at home, go to UCF, Utah, host Kansas, go to Arizona State, host Houston. So
yeah. So you see that BYU could be undefeated or with one loss, looking at another playoff team in Utah as its only loss.
Yeah. Talk yourself into 11-1 BYU, folks. Buy stock now.
I'm just saying, circle it. And by the way, Army's undefeated and legit.
So is Navy.
And
so is Navy.
Legit.
Yeah.
Legit.
Yeah.
That America's game in November could actually be for a playoff berth.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Legitimately. They could play the conference championship game for the American Athletic Conference before they play their regular Army-Navy game.
Oh, my goodness. So good.
Imagine.
So good. It takes us back to the 60s. Where Army-Navy was the game, and it was really for something else on top of everything it's already about.
Yes.
It's got to be fantastic. We'll go to break. We'll close out Old School here on 93.7 The Ticket.
You're listening to Old School with DP and J. Download the mobile app and listen wherever you are on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
At Fairway Meat Market, you're family, and as part of the family, they want to save you money on your meat and groceries. October is pork month, so now through October 6th, enjoy bone-in pork shoulder for $1.88 per pound. Fairway's Hickory Smoked Bacon 16-ounce packs for $4.99, thick-cut bone-in chops for $1.99 per pound, and a half-hog bundle all month for $199. Call 402-486-6611 for a custom cut and wrap. That's all at Fairway Meat Market in the Rockledge Square Shopping Center, just south of 84th and Van Dorn.
Hi, this is State Senator Carolyn Bosson. Education is a cornerstone for strong, vibrant communities. I voted for the largest investment in education in Nebraska history. As a state senator, wife, and mom, I believe Nebraska is a great place to work and raise a family. My husband Reggie and I are local family business owners and understand the valuable role of education in growing our community. This is Carolyn Bosson, and I will continue to support education in the legislature. Vote Carolyn Bosson on November 5th, paid for by Bosson for Legislature.
Attention students and anyone else looking for a great deal. Sun Valley Lanes and Games has the ultimate weeknight special. For just $15.95, enjoy unlimited bowling, lucky putt mini golf, and laser tag. Flash your college ID at check-in to receive $2 off your admission. It's the perfect way to unwind Sunday through Thursday nights. Check out sunvalleylanes.com for hours and availability. Sun Valley Lanes and Games, located at 321 Victory Lane.
Lincoln's best place to meet, eat, and compete. Sun Valley.
Perch Merch is your one-stop shop for all your printing and promotional needs in Lincoln, Nebraska. They specialize in screen printing, embroidery, vehicle wraps, window wraps, print collateral, promotional products, and signage. At Perch Merch, they are committed to delivering high-quality products and exceptional customer service. Their experienced team of designers and printing professionals will work with you every step of the way to ensure that your vision is realized. Call for a quote today at 402-217-5212 or go to perch-merch.com.
Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started.
Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program. Hope is only a conversation away when you choose to share your talent, time, and heart with a child. Together, you can build a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future, 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
It's the best time of the year to order a new John Deere self-propelled windrower from Landmark Implement during the early order program. Hay harvest is a race against time. Order a new John Deere self-propelled windrower to harvest your hay quickly and efficiently while promoting quick dry down for quality hay. Now is the time to lock in the best price of the year. Contact your local Landmark location for full details on a new self-propelled windrower and experience the Landmark difference.
Hey, Nebraska football fans, it's defensive lineman Ty Robinson, and I've got a winning play for you with Action Plumbing, Heating, AC, and Electrical. Team up with Action and install a new Bradford white water heater in your home. And if we win the conference championship this season, you'll get a full refund. Don't fumble this opportunity. Sack your old water heater this season and score big with Action. Visit actionlincoln.com/Huskers to learn more.
Promotion valid for a limited time. Terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
Ryan, with all this red and all these people around, I'm still not seeing the tailgate.
Todd Spidell, former body shop owner, terrible driver.
We're getting close. Now, did you know with 3 locations in Lincoln and hundreds of years of combined technician experience, we can get Husker fans back on the road even quicker and safer after their tailgate mishaps? Oh, Todd, turn left right here.
Left or right?
Left, right here.
Right?
Well, you wait for the tow truck. I'm getting a hot dog.
Well, I guess while I'm waiting. All right! Most recommended! Eustace Body Shop!
Woohoo! Dude, you should be on American Idol.
You really think so?
No.
Accidents happen, even to Husker fans. If it happens to you, call Eustace Body Shop, where our customers send their friends.
The most recommended Eustace Body Shop. That's who we are.
Constructors is now hiring for all positions, with laborers starting at $23 and up based on experience. Constructors has immediate job openings for laborers, mechanics, bridge builders, operators, and drivers. Start your new career today. Constructors offers great pay, health, dental, and vision insurance, paid time off, paid holidays, and so much more. Join the crew today and be a part of Nebraska's oldest paving company dating back to 1908. For a complete list of openings and to apply online, visit constructorslincoln.com.
Hello, this is Mary Pat Waite. I've had the privilege of working with Lincoln families as their realtor for more than 31 years, and I'm so proud to be associated with MP Dodge Real Estate. For me, your transaction is unique in its own way. My experience allows me to bring you trusted care and a really great outcome. My NP Dodge family shares the same client focus.
Expand your career with NP Dodge. Call Eric at 402-434-2222.
College football in Lincoln, America. The time has come. Start your game day off right with the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show. Join the ticket crew as they bring you all the coverage you need to get you ready for the action. It's the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show. Brought to you by General Fire and Safety, Raisin Canes, Perch Merch, Sunbelt Rentals, Mullen Motors, Select Plumbing, and the Kindler Hotel. On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. In every office, there's 2 types of people. There are those who bring in bagels and those who eat the bagels that someone else brought in. Everybody likes the first person. Be that first person. Weekday mornings at 7:30, you have a chance to win a business box of bagels from Bagels & Joe. All you have to do is shut up, Sipple. 2 questions for you, 2 for Sip. Win, and the bagels are yours. Lose, well, you don't want to lose.
You lost Monday, you lost Wednesday, you're a loser.
Shut up, Sipple. Weekday mornings at 7:30, brought to you by Bagels & Joe. Back to old school with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Final segment before I get out of the way and let Austin Oerman and Tom Chattel break down the Huskers win, and then whatever else is going on with Husker sports. And it's a good time. Basketball right around the corner. It's a thing, and volleyball ramping up and getting ready. As a matter of fact, Big Ten Media Days for hoops this week. So yeah, this week,
second, third.
I was this close, Austin, to finding my way. I just thought, I need to be here. I'm going to be gone this weekend.
Yeah.
I'm going to miss Rutgers.
Aw. Rutgers. They're going to take it personal, DP. No bulletin board material.
Yeah. But the game will be on my laptop from the arena, from the Delta Center. I'll be in the media room for UFC. Big pay-per-view weekend there. Plus, I'm speaking at both Utah and Weber State this weekend. So it'll be that. But Austin, the Braves are leading. Tell me if you've heard this one before. The Braves are leading 3-0 headed into the 8th inning against the Mets.
Oh, huh. That's wait, let me think. Yes, I got it. That just happened 3 hours ago.
3 hours ago. And the Braves you need 6 outs.
to go to the playoffs.
To go to the playoffs. You have 6 outs or your season ends.
Done.
Like, it ends. So, both of your top closers went earlier, got beat up. Do you go back to them? You
show faith in your guys, don't you?
The track record says you believe their track record,
know.
right? You believe the long version of the season rather than recent performance, right? That's the baseball mindset. It's what you've done, not what you just did. The two aren't always the same. But Austin, what do you do?
I do not envy Brian Snitker right now. Not the slightest. Not one bit.
Yeah, they both got banged up. Like it was tough. So we'll find out what the final pictures are for Major League Baseball and its wild card. We'll find that out here in the next 6 outs. Austin, let's get your picks for tonight. Tennessee and Miami.
Tennessee is not a good football team. I have not enjoyed watching the Titans play football for a while, and yet they might be better than this Dolphins team. So give me Tennessee on the road.
Who's the starting quarterback for the Finns?
I believe it's Skylar Thompson still.
No, I think did they
get someone else?
Did they name Thigpen? Did they name Thigpen? Didn't they name Thigpen? I'm pretty sure they named Thigpen the starter.
Oh my god! Tyler Huntley.
It's Huntley.
Yeah, that doesn't.
Same difference.
That does not necessarily inspire me.
Same difference, man.
Will Levis is going to do something hilarious, and I can't wait to see what exactly it is.
Is he? I don't want to. Is he Drake May? Is he? Who's the other North Carolina quarterback from
Howell?
No.
Oh, Trubisky. No, he's Josh Allen. He's Josh Allen with a bad organization.
Ooh. Yeah, this is tough. This is tough. So what's your pick?
Give me the Titans with a big old shrug emoji.
You got the Titans, and then game 2, kind of a brawl.
Ought to be.
Yep.
Seahawks are surprisingly salty this year. I didn't see this going their way quite this early.
Oh.
They've been fun. I like Detroit a little too much, though. I do think Detroit's solid. I've been not fully hopping on their bandwagon, but man, they should have been playing in the Super Bowl last year, and I think they've come out pretty well with something to prove. So give me the Lions at home tonight.
Okay, that's going to be it. And then again, don't go anywhere. Don't change that dial. Austin Oerman, Tom Chattel over the next hour, breaking down the Huskers for you. And then we'll do it again tomorrow. We'll line up and have some fun. And again, tomorrow, it's a 1-hour show from 4 to 5. And then from 5 to 6, it is Teammates with Des Moines Adams. We got a full one for you. Thank y'all for hanging out with us. Austin Oerman, well done, kind sir. I will talk to you tomorrow.